how did it feel to make the 52-yard field goal and help the team get that 4th win of the season?
That 52 felt really good. Like I said, I'd missed a couple from 50. Kind of been bugging me a little bit that I just, it was hitting the ball really well and hadn't had one of those go in. And so to hit that one yesterday and hit it clean, that felt really good. And just to be a part, you always want to help your team win. To just be a part of that, and do what you can to help your team get those wins is huge.
And then the quick follow-up. I know teams always like, man, we're going to score touchdowns. But I'm like, all right, well, you got a kicker for a reason. So when they aren't able to get those touchdowns, how does it feel to at least put some pressure on the opposing team to know that you came away with something?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think that's why, they have us. And, that's why, I try to take pride in is you always want to show up and do your job because, sometimes it's not going to be, that's why you have teammates to pick up, in other places where if they're struggling or, they can't get into the end zone, then I can come in and at least get us some points. And, maybe that Kickstarter gives momentum and, sparks something. And, on the other end, in games that I've missed, we've picked it up and defense has stepped up and we've scored touchdowns. And so that's why football is a great team sport. And, just being able to be a part of coming up with some points on those drives that don't end in touchdowns is huge.
Joel?
Matt, you told us last year that when you're going really good, like you're not even really feeling anything out there. You're just kind of hitting the ball and it's kind of blank. You mentioned that on the 50-yarders, it kind of been bugging you. Did you want to get back to that headspace or where it's a little bit more blank?
Yeah, 100%. I think, and it's all positions in sports. I think, that unconscious mind, when you get in grooves, you're not really thinking, you're just reacting and playing and things are going well. And that comes in all positions, especially as a kicker being, a very mental position. Those grooves are huge to get in. And the last thing you want to be doing out there is thinking a bunch and, clouding the mind. And so being able to get past that and come out on the other end of, maybe adversity or, thoughts in the mind and be able to hit those and then just kind of get back into that groove of just like, all right, jog on, kick the ball, jog off. Not too much thought and be able to kind of get back in that groove.
Jack?
Matt, it might not be different because you're a kicker and there's points on the line every time you're out there. So maybe the situation of the team doesn't matter, but this team's been involved in a ton of one possession games, all of them this year. Does it add more urgency or to your job knowing that, or can you not cloud your mind with things like that?
I try not to let that, come into play because there's been games, where we're losing by, you've lost by a bunch and I still want to go out there and make those kicks. And so regardless of the game situation, my job is to make the kick. And so I try not to let, other things in the game cloud the mind or things like that. But definitely it does put an importance on making sure that, I'm making those kicks and I'm on top of it because, that field goal in the first quarter, you might, lose by 1 or 2. And yes, there's a lot of things that, happen in games, but as a kicker, you're just kind of acquainted with points. People see that missed field goal, you lose by 2, you're kind of acquainted with points. And so I always try to, stay locked in one kick at a time and not let the rest of what the game is, how it's playing out affect what I do.
Thank you.
Stephen?
Hey, Matt, this is a super general question that has nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Just as someone who's on the sideline and in the building, when your quarterback makes a big run and, sort of gets you charged up, like the late third down, I think he converted. What does it do on the sideline? What kind of energy does it bring?
Oh, it's huge energy because, those tight games, you got a big, 3rd and 8, something like that. And your quarterback, makes a tough, I wouldn't say it was a design or something like that. It's one of those things where he escaped a couple tackles. It's a gritty, tough play, and he can bail out and get a first down. That's just the momentum for the team. That shows some toughness that the rest of the guys, build off of, and just gets everyone excited and lets everyone, that's a guy you want to play for. Someone that's willing to put his body out there and, do what he can to just get that first down, extend drives. That's someone else that you want to go play for. And, I think that just picks up the rest of the team and makes everybody else's heightened sense of urgency to go out there and do their job as well.
Thanks.
Then we'll do our last 2. We'll do Joel and then JJ.
This seems kind of self-evident, but you feel fully healthy and everything after the hernia and everything now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting back to, being 100% healthy. Even sometimes, I feel like when you feel healthy, you feel like you're good. The body's a complicated thing. And so I think even sometimes, especially as athletes, we can get back out there. But I do feel like my body is healed up. I feel like I'm getting back to being myself and being 100%. And, I think all things are finally coming together and clicking. So I feel like I'm doing good after surgery.
And then last question, JJ.
Good. I'm glad we can end on this one. What was your route assignment on the field goal turned get Anthony on the field?
Oh, that's just elementary ball, see ball, get ball. For a second there, I thought, Ramsey was going off the field. I thought he was going to be marking me for a second. So I had a route plan for him that I was going to, get back on one of my old teammates. But as one of those, fade balls, go up in the corner, just jump ball, go get it, Michael Pittman style. But
If no one comes out there, you're just gonna make them throw it to you?
I'm not sure that's the design play there, but if they throw it my way, I'm gonna go get it. I want them to snap it, throw it to me. I love that opportunity, but that's just one of those things that we have drawn up, and I can't share any more info on that. So